At Disney's D23 Expo, I asked Charlie Cox if he's ready to be an Avenger, and he looked at me with a grin that basically said,
"And it's a Photoshop."
This man is not just ready to be an Avenger, though. He's ready to take over the Marvel Cinematic Universe completely. BD here to break the news that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is no longer the MCU, but it's about to be the DCU, Daredevil Cinematic Universe, although I could see how that name could be a little bit confusing and might need a better one. Subscribe to the Phase Zero YouTube channel if you love Daredevil, and let's talk about his future.
That's great.
Charlie Cox is set to play both Matt Murdock and Daredevil in an upcoming episode of She-Hulk before coming back again for Echo, where he will reunite with Vincent D'Onofrio and Kingpin. From there, he has Daredevil Born Again, which will deliver 18 episodes in 2024, and SpiderMan Freshman Year will get Cox to voice the character in a Shadowland version of his suit for the animated series dropping in 2024 as well. It also looks like Daredevil is going to be a big part of the MCU multiverse ride coming to Avengers Campus, because you could see him in a shiny new red suit in D23's concept art from the attraction, and honestly, this art as a whole gives me Secret Wars vibes, so I expect him to show up there too in 2025.
I hope that won't be a problem.
This is a whole bunch of projects involving Charlie Cox's Daredevil, but it still leaves plenty of room for us to fantasize about which Daredevil stories will be coming to the MCU. So let's talk about him. Shadowland is an awesome story, and it involves a bunch of other MCU characters, including Moon Knight, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, and more heroes we know from the Defenders universe on Netflix, but we don't know if they're coming yet, as much as I do want to see Punisher show up. In this story, a possessed Daredevil is stopped by Iron Fist, and it's the kind of story the MCU might enjoy telling if you look at recent movies. Daredevil gets corrupted by the Beast of the Hand, and it leads him to kill Bullseye after devoting himself to never killing enemies. This creates quite the conflict for Matt Murdock going forward, and it's not totally unlike the Darkhold corrupting Wanda Maximoff in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Some version of this story could be interesting, seeing as 18 episodes provides a lot of opportunity for New York City heroes to make cameos in the Born Again series. Then there's the wish we all have of seeing Daredevil cross over with Spider-Man. It's hard to imagine Spider-Man showing up in Born Again, since Disney only has rights to Spider-Man for shows when they're animated, and live-action rights to the character reside with Sony, but in a 1976 comic, Daredevil met Spider-Man possessed by the symbiote and prevented him from killing Sin Eater. The symbiote is officially in the MCU, so that seems like a possibility for a future story. And if we go back further to 1964, Daredevil in the yellow suit, which influenced his new look in She-Hulk, met Spider-Man for the first time, where the Ringmaster has possessed Spidey and Daredevil has to knock some sense into him before they team up. Through plenty of stories which follow, Spidey and Daredevil are pretty good pals, and that's honestly a fight and then team up I really want to see. Of course, the upcoming Daredevil show is called Born Again, which is a comic in itself, which sees Matt wrestling with his own mental health after Kingpin learns his identity, and he basically thinks he has no friends, and Kingpin essentially tries to ruin Matt Murdock's life even further, and even blows up his house at one point. With Daredevil Season 3 having ended seeing Kingpin forced not to share Matt's true identity, the Born Again series could pick up with Kingpin having that knowledge, but Charlie Cox did say this is not a Season 4 of the Netflix show, but a whole new thing, so that's already confusing in itself already. They're taking pieces of it, they're starting over. Which one is it? I don't know, the show's good. What do you want to see in the Daredevil Cinematic Universe? Share your thoughts in the comments section or send them my way on Twitter at BrandonDavisBD, and be sure to subscribe to this Phase Zero YouTube channel for more videos like this one, exclusive interviews, and live shows every week. I'm BD, I'll see you there.